Hello friends, hope you are doing great and staying safe. The most awaited movie of 2023, Oppenheimer, is finally released. The movie is based on the life of American theoretical physicist Julius Robert Oppenheimer, who is known as a father of atomic bomb because of his outstanding contribution in organizing the Manhattan Project, which developed the world's first nuclear bomb. It was this project which later on developed the two most explosive atom bombs, Little Boy and Fat Man, which were dropped on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. The impact of the bomb was so scary and devastating that the bombings killed almost 2 lakh people. In Hiroshima, the impact was much worse, where 30% of population was killed and 70% of the city was destroyed. These two bombings forced Japan to surrender to Allied forces and thus marked the end of World War II. And since then, efforts are being made to not to repeat such a devastating event. So in today's video, we'll talk about the current global scenario of the nuclear weapon and where does India stand. Worldwide, there are only 9 countries that are known to possess nuclear weapons: Russia, the United States, the United Kingdom, France, China, India, Pakistan, Israel, and North Korea. Together, these countries have a total of estimated 13,000 nuclear weapons. The threat of nuclear war is a serious matter, as it could kill millions and millions of people in no time and cause widespread environmental damage. In fact, its effect could be felt for generations to come. However, there are a number of organizations working to reduce the threat of nuclear war. These organizations are: number 1, the International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA), which plays an important role in the usage of nuclear energy. IAEA ensures that the nuclear materials are used safely and securely and are not diverted for military purposes. The only country that owns nuclear bomb and is not a part of IAEA is North Korea. Second, the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty (NPT). It prohibits the spread of nuclear weapons to countries that do not already have them. It encourages the nuclear weapon countries to negotiate in a good faith to reduce and eliminate their nuclear weapon. The countries that own nuclear bomb and are not the part of this treaty are India, Israel, North Korea, and Pakistan. Third, the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty (CTBT). The CTBT prohibits all the nuclear explosions, whether underground, underwater, or in the atmosphere. And it establishes a verification regime that is designed to detect any nuclear explosions that are carried out in the violation of treaty. Of the 9 countries that possesses nuclear weapons, Russia, UK, and France have ratified the CTBT, which means they accept the treaty and are legally bound to its terms. Whereas the United States, China, and Israel are signatory members, meaning they do not accept the treaty formally but agree to its terms. Whereas India, North Korea, and Pakistan are the non-signatory members, meaning they do not recognize this treaty and neither accept the terms. Now let's talk about the nuclear program of our own country, India. Under the codename Smiling Buddha or Operation Happy Krishna, India first tested a nuclear bomb in 1974 in Pokhran as a peaceful nuclear explosion. But Indian government from 1970 to late 1980s opposed weaponizing its nuclear program beyond theoretical research. Notably, the late Prime Minister of India, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, refused to allow the DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization, to develop active nuclear weapons. But she approved the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program that would develop missiles to deliver a nuclear bomb if India developed one. In 1989, the late Prime Minister Mr. Rajiv Gandhi gave his approval to develop the nuclear bomb And finally, in year 1998, under late Prime Minister Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, India performed the nuclear test under the code name Operation Shakti, again in Pokhran. Since then, India remains committed to the policy of no first use against nuclear weapon countries and no use against non-nuclear weapon countries. In 2019, the Defence Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh said that in future, India's no first use policy might change depending upon the circumstances. In the recent years, India has taken steps to reduce the size of its nuclear arsenal and to increase its transparency about its nuclear program. However, India has also made it very clear that it will not give up its nuclear weapon and that it will continue to develop its nuclear program. So, this was a brief summary of a current nuclear weapon scenario of various countries. One thing is for sure, that the future of nuclear weapons is uncertain. It is possible that world will move towards nuclear disarmament, but it is also possible that the threat of nuclear war will increase by more countries acquiring the nuclear bombs, or it might end up with some terrorist organization. So it is very important for all the countries to continue working to reduce the threat of nuclear war and to build a world where nuclear weapons are no longer a threat to humanity. Hope you liked today's video. Thanks for watching.